Shri Paramatmane Namaha. RIbhu Gita, Chapter-2, Shivena Kumaropadesha Varnanam. Description of Shiva's teaching to Kumara. And the same teaching was given to Ribhu by Lord Shiva. Nidagha asked, Revered Ribhu, in this state of affairs, who qualifies for Brahmanhood? Please tell me, especially that knowledge which has come out of the words of Shankara. Ribhu replied, You indeed are Brahman, you indeed are the Supreme Guru, you indeed are of the nature of space, you are Brahman, there is no doubt of this. There is no doubt of this. You indeed are of all being, you indeed are the meaning of all this. You are changeless, you are devoid of all, you are the witness, you are ever without a witness. You are time, you are devoid of all, you are ever without a witness, you are devoid of time. You are time, you are ever Brahman, the mass of consciousness. You are the nature of all truth. You are Brahman. Of this there is no doubt. You are the truth. You are the accomplished. You are the ancient one. You are the liberated. You are liberation. You are ever immortal. You are God. You are peaceful. You are without afflictions. You are Brahman. You are Puranam, the perfect fullness. You exist on all sides. You exist on all sides. You are equable. You are also the truth. You are ancient. You are set forth by the word truth and these other words. You are devoid of all limbs. You are ever form. You are Brahman. You are full and perfect. You are the high and the low. You are high and the low. You are free from the perplexing misconception of all the phenomenal world. You arise in all the beings that ever are. You are ever without sankalpa. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. You are fullness. You exist on all sides. You exist on all sides. You are ever joyous and happily established, ever without enmity, ever without action and such. You are Brahman, full and existing on all sides. You are of the nature of space of consciousness. You are consciousness alone. You are unfettered. You abide only in yourself. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. There is no doubt of this. You are bliss. You are the Supreme. You are devoid of all and you are attributeless. You are the one alone without a second. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Reflect on this eternal truth and practice profound Vedantic meditation, Nidhi on these utterances of says Ribhu about your true nature. Think deeply that you are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You are of the nature of a mass of consciousness, bliss. You are ever consciousness, bliss. You are of the nature of the all-complete. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Meditate on this supreme truth, dear divine selves, and become free from all fears, sorrows, sufferings, and fears of disease, pandemic, and death. You are Brahman. Think deeply, close your eyes, and meditate on this Mahavakya, the quintessence of all the Upanishads, the nectarine essence of all the Vedanta philosophy. Reflect on this Mahavakya. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. Tattvam asi. Tattvam asi. Thou art that. Thou art that. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. Meditate on this Mahavakya, on this Mahamantra. You are Brahman. You are that. Tattvam asi. Tattvam asi. You are that. You are yourself. You are the enlightened. You are He. You know, you see, you are consciousness. You are born of Brahman. You are verily Brahman. There is no doubt of this. There is no doubt of this. Dear divine selves, meditate on this supreme truth and become free right now, right here. Free from all fears of disease and death. Free from all sorrow and sufferings. You are immortal Brahman. You are eternal being. Tattvam asi. That thou art. You are Brahman. You are immortal. You are immortal. No death can touch you. No disease can infect you or afflict you. At the core of your existence, you are consciousness and bliss infinite. You are immortal. Meditate on this supreme truth of your true identity. You are immortal. You are all pervasive. You are God. You are God. Meditate on this truth. You are all pervasive. You alone pervade and permeate every single atom of the cosmos because you are verily God. You are Brahman. Tattvam asi. That thou art. Practice Nidhi-dhyasan, the profound Vedantic meditation, which is key to self-realization and moksha. Right now, right here, reflect on these nectarine utterances of the sage Ribhu. Tattvam asi, that thou art. You are immortal. You are all pervasive. You are God. You are great. You are speech. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Abide firmly in this truth. Reflect on this. Abide in this supreme reality. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Tattvam asi. That thou art. You are Brahman. There is no doubt about this. You are Brahman. You are all. You are devoid of all. You are peaceful. You are indeed the supreme. You are the cause. You are serene. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Tattvam asi. That thou art. You are Brahman. Meditate on this and become free from all fears, sorrows, sufferings, fears of infection, affliction, disease and death, because you are at the core of your existence, Brahman alone. There is no doubt of this. Abide in this truth. You are Brahman. You are devoid of even a little of anything. You are without even an atom. You are devoid of existence. You are devoid of non-existence and such. Because you are the formless, nameless, attributeless, eternal truth known as Brahman, Supreme Self, Paramatman, or God. You are Brahman. Reflect and meditate on this and become free. You are always free, but due to illusion of your body-mind identity, you are suffering from fears and frustrations and afflictions. Reflect on this. Tattvam asi, that thou art. Whoever you are He. Tattvam asi, that thou art. You are all those who are great. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Abide in this nectarine ocean of truth about yourself. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. Tattvam asi, that thou art. Sip the nectarine drops of this conviction and become immortal and eternal right now, right here, beyond disease and death. Because you are ever Brahman, you are always God. Abide in this truth, abide in this conviction, my dear divine selves. Identify your true nature, abide in your immortal nature. You are devoid of indications and qualities. Yes, you are just consciousness. You are afflictionless. You are ever the one undivided essence. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You are afflictionless. Reflect on this point. Because you are pure consciousness, no affliction, infection, or disease can touch you, enter you, infect you, because you are witness of all. You are witness of the nature of pure consciousness. Nothing can ever touch consciousness. You are vast spaces, awareness. Nothing can touch you. You are afflictionless. You are free from all disease and afflictions. You are Brahman. Abide in this nectarine truth and become free from all fear of corona pandemic. Become free from all doubts about your life eternal, your existence eternal. Nothing can kill you, nothing can cause any decay or death in you, the eternal Brahman. You are Tattvam Asi, that thou art. You are afflictionless. No disease, never, never, never any disease has been able to touch the core of your existence, that is the self, the Atman within you. You are Brahman. Realize that and abide in this supreme truth. You are Brahman. Tattvam Asi. You are of the nature of the substratum of all. You are of the nature of the light of all. Light of all you are. You are devoid of all differences of meaning. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Have this firm conviction that you are Brahman alone. You are God alone. You are the immortal, eternal existence. You are free from all fear of disease, pandemic, infection, affliction, or death. There is no death to you. You are immortal, uncaused, unborn, undying reality. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. Meditate deeply within yourself and become free and enter into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Jnana Samadhi, Sahaj Samadhi, focusing your entire attention on this truth of your nature. You are Brahman. Abide and sink these drops of nectarine bliss about your true nature. You are Brahman. Indeed, you are Brahman, devoid of differences and devoid of disturbance and such. You are peaceful. You are devoid of differences. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Tattvam asi, that thou art. That thou art. Abide in this supreme truth within yourself. Think of yourself as eternal truth of the nature of pure consciousness, the eternal Atman you are. You are Brahman alone. You are devoid of the term exalted knowledge, that is pragyana. You perceive your own nature. You abide in your own nature. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. There is no doubt of this. You are Brahman. Realize this eternal nature of yourself and abide in that supreme nectarine ocean of self-realization. That is the supreme glory. That is the life eternal. That is existence immortal. That you are. Tattvam asi. That thou art. You are left with your nature. You recognize only your own nature. You are immersed in the waters of your own joy. You are Brahman, there is no doubt of this. You are immersed in the waters of your own joy because there is no joy, there is no happiness, there is no bliss anywhere other than in your own true nature. Your true nature, the blissful consciousness alone is the seat, center, source, substance, and substratum of all bliss, beauty, love, joy, and happiness. That you are. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Abide in this truth. Realize this truth. Reflect on this truth. Meditate on this truth. Tattvam asi. That thou art. You are Brahman. Rooted in your own joy, you are yourself. You don't perceive anything outside yourself. In yourself you shine and are like space. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You don't swerve from your nature. You don't perceive anything outside your nature. You in your own nature are nectar. You in your nature are nectar because you are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. You at the core of your existence and nature are embodiment of all nectar. There is no nectar outside you. The light of pure consciousness alone is the source of all nectarine joy, bliss, and beauty. Go at the center of your existence. The seer and knower within yourself is embodiment of nectar, embodiment of all love, bliss, and beauty. Take a deep dive within, realize your immortal nature, that thou art. Tattvam asi. You are Brahman alone. You shine with your own nature. You blossom with your own nature. You are no different from your own nature. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. Repeat this Mahamantra, the Mahavakya of the Upanishads, just one firm conviction about your true nature, and then you are free. You are liberated from all doubts and fears of disease, death, or afflictions, sorrows, or sufferings. Abide in this mantra, Tattvam Asi. You are Brahman. You are eternal existence. You are immortal truth. Nothing can kill you. Nothing can touch you. You are beyond death and birth. You are beyond infection, affliction, and disease and death. You are beyond all fear. Abide in this truth and become free from all fear. You are Brahman. You are Brahman. You are ever yourself. You see yourself everywhere. You enjoy yourself in yourself. You are Brahman. There is no doubt of this. As in the case of a dream, when you see a dream world, a dream subject, a dream object, and dreaming, which is nothing but projection of your own one mind. Even so, this entire phenomenal world is nothing but your own projection. The entire objective world is your own projection and appearance. The infinity of names and forms are mere appearances in, upon, and through your true nature. That is vast, spacious, pure awareness. You alone appear as infinity and myriads of objects and beings of the animal kingdom, of the plant kingdom, the mightiest of the mountains and deepest of the oceans. You are. There is nothing outside you. You are the light of the moon, light of the sun. You are light of the galaxy and the stars. There is nothing outside you. You are light of all. You are Brahman. Tattvam Asi. That thou art. Meditate on these profound statements. Reflect on them. Abide in them and become free right now, right here. Suta sage, then pleased with the words of Nidagha.Ribhu, beloved son of the lotus-born Brahma, looking at him, a fit person, fully qualified for the essence of the love of Shiva, continued to instruct him. Ribhu continued, once on Mount Kailasa, Shankara instructed his son, I shall tell you the same truth, the same instruction. Listen with an attentive mind. Listen this eternal truth with an attentive mind. Meditate on this and reflect on this and abide in that. This phenomenal world doesn't exist indeed. This phenomenal world outside you doesn't exist indeed. It never was created, nor does it ever exist by itself. This has been called the world picture. It is ever unreal. The world outside you is a projection of your own mind. It's ever unreal. reflect on this, abide in this truth, the world outside you has no existence of its own, it's ever unreal. When the mental modifications come to an end, the world outside you too comes to an end. Therefore, the phenomenal world is a mere projection of your mind. The chain of thoughts alone appear as the external phenomenal world. Within yourself, through yourself, by yourself, the phenomenal world never exists, nor do thought and such, nor does the ego or an individual soul exist. There being only Brahman alone, these are unreal, ever unreal. There is only one non-dual, eternal, immortal Brahman. That Brahman you are, that Brahman you are. You are never ever anything else. You are never anything else. In reality, never ever you would be anything else but Brahman. The immortal, eternal Brahman you are. Meditate on this. Meditate on this. There are no effects of delusion and such. There is no fear of the effects of delusion. There being only Brahman. These are unreal, indeed ever unreal. There is no doer, there is no action, there is nothing to be done, son. There being only Brahman. These are unreal indeed, ever unreal. There is nothing to be done because you are full of the full, whole of the whole. You are the perfect truth. All action occurs, happens out of ignorance about your true nature. You are beyond all action. You are the pure being. You are the pure Atman. Ever fulsome, wholesome, immortal, eternal existence you are. There is no work for you. Just realize your true nature and abide in that and sip and drink the nectarine bliss of your true nature. You are Brahman alone. Tattvam asi, that thou art. Meditate on this, my dear divine selves, and become free from all fears. There is no one, there is no two either. There is no mantra, no tantra, or anything else like this. There being only Brahman, these are unreal, unreal, ever unreal. Ribhu Gita is the purest of the non-duality. That's why these apparent contradictions appear to you. Therefore, you have to abide in the supreme nature of yourselves to understand the purport of these great statements. All mantra, all tantra, and all these modes of worship and religion and faith are for the ignorant, deluded people. Once you realize your true nature, and Ribhu Gita, the Vedanta philosophy, takes you through the straight cosmic highway to the ultimate destination, that supreme, immortal, eternal destination, that ultimate refuge, and the supreme abode of yourself, that is within yourself, the eternal, immortal Atman, the self eternal. There straight you go by the firm conviction that I am Brahman. I am Brahman alone. Reflect on this. There is no Shravana, that is listening, or Manana, reflection, or Nididhyasana, profound meditation, is a misapprehension. There being only Brahman, all these are unreal indeed, ever unreal. That is the height and apex of any, even the non-dual declarations. The Shravan Manan Nidhi Dhyasan, the listening, reflection and profound meditation, and then Samadhi are the four stages of self-realization, God realization and Moksha in Advaita Vedanta philosophy. But says Ribhu declares that all these are in the false, deluded individuality. Go straight to your own core of existence. There you are Brahman alone. You don't need to do anything because you are pure being. You are Brahman. There is no listening or reflection or even profound meditation in your true nature. This declaration is for those who can go straight, take a flight within and dive deep within and go at the core of your existence, that is the seer, the knower of all. The seer and knower of all within you is the Paramatman, the Supreme Self, the Brahman, the God. And that unconditioned and absolute reality of yours, abide in that. The two types of samadhi, absorption in meditation, the savikalpa and nirvikalpa, don't exist. The measure and the measurement don't exist. There being only Brahman, all those are unreal indeed, ever unreal. This is a direct path. Ribhu Gita in particular and Advaita Vedanta in general is a direct path of self-discovery, direct cosmic highway of self-realization of your immortality, your eternal nature. So there are no stages, there are no steps, there are no means. At the height of that, says Ribhu, instructs you about your true nature is straight, and if you are a true seeker, without any delay you will go straight to your ultimate abode, that is eternal, immortal abode within yourself, the Atman. There no affliction or infection or fear of disease or death. Therefore, go straight there. There is no time. The entire humanity is in the grip of the spectre of corona pandemic, coronavirus infection and affliction and disease are looming large. These are all illusory, phenomenal, deluded appearances in and upon you. Go at the true nature of yourself. There you are immortal beyond all infection and affliction. You are Brahman alone. Abide in this truth. Abide in this sad truth. Indeed, ignorance doesn't exist. Lack of discrimination also doesn't exist. There being only Brahman, all these are unreal, indeed unreal. The triad of related adjuncts that follow doesn't exist, and indeed The triad of connections doesn't exist. There being only Brahman, all these are unreal indeed, ever unreal, ever unreal. Other than you, the Atman, the Self, everything else is unreal. There is nothing outside you, there is nothing apart from you. The entire universe is a mere projection of your own mind. Realize this truth and become free. There is no such thing as the past and the future anywhere. Indeed, there is no such thing as the present anywhere. There being only Brahman, all these are unreal, indeed, ever unreal. The time and space never exist in the eternal Brahman. Time and space exist only in the illusory mind. Transcend the realm of mind in samadhi, and you know for sure through intuitive, inspired, direct experience that in your true nature neither there is any space nor any time. You are the eternity of the eternity. You are space of and beyond space, because you are the Brahman alone. Meditate on this. Tattvam asi, that thou art. The words indicating the holy river Ganga, the Gaya, the holy pilgrimage center of the Hindus, likewise, or Setu, that is the land's end in the south of India, or anything else, don't exist. There being only Brahman, these are unreal indeed, ever unreal. Even these all sacred symbols, though they have initial significance, but they are symbols, not the real. The reality is only one, that is a Brahman. That Brahman you are, that Brahman I am, and that Brahman alone is appearing and manifesting as the entire phenomenal world outside you. The Brahman alone is, there is nothing else. Realize this truth and become free. There is no earth, no water, no fire, no air, no space anywhere. There being only Brahman, these are unreal indeed, ever unreal. As I told you, since space is verily a construct of the mind and mental projection, so the five basic elements, the earth, water, fire, air and space, do exist only in the space, and since space exists in the mind, beyond the mind, therefore neither there is any space, nor earth, water, air, or space or fire. Nothing, it's all mental projection. There are indeed no gods, no guardians of the directions, no father and no guru at any time. There being only Brahman, these are all unreal, indeed ever unreal, because you are Brahman alone, non-dual eternal Brahman alone. There is nothing other than you, the Brahman, perfect eternal reality. There is nothing afar or near, no end, no middle, nor is there any other state at any time. There is no non-duality, no duality either, no truth, no untruth, nor is there anything to be pointed out as this, because all this is nothing but Brahman alone. You are Brahman alone. I am Brahman alone. Everything is Brahman alone. There is no liberation and there is no bondage. Indeed, there is no word or time at any time in the least. There is no reality and no unreality, nor is there a state of happiness. There are no pairs of opposites, nor is there any non-self at any time. There are no duties relating to holy waters and such, no growth, no generation, no death, nor the misapprehension of coming and going. Coming and going here means birth and death. The birth and death are misapprehension, delusion, ignorance, the ignorance of your true nature. There are no pairs of opposites in your true nature, that is the Brahman, that is the non-dual reality. There is no here, nor is there hereafter. There is no guru, no disciple, no reality, no unreality, no existence, no action to perform, and no action performed. Because all this exists in the deluded realm of mind alone, and you are Brahman alone. Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art. There is no community, no refuge, no caste, and nothing customary. Indeed, there is no sextet of sama and others, no niyama, that is the physical and mental regulations of the yogis, and no yama, that is ethical restraints for the seekers either. There is no such thing as all is illusion or all is Brahman. Indeed, there is nothing as consciousness. There is no such thing to be spoken as I am consciousness, because I am Brahman alone. Beyond words, beyond explanations, beyond all commentaries, I am Brahman alone. Indeed, nothing as I exists. There is never anything as I am eternal. There being only Brahman, all these are unreal indeed, ever unreal. Reflect within yourself on these profound truths. Then and then only you would realize within yourself that there being only Brahman, all these are unreal, indeed ever unreal. The words are unreal, the explanations and commentaries are unreal, because you, the pure consciousness or the Brahman, are beyond all words. Therefore, these concepts and all the concepts are symbols, not the real. You are the real Brahman alone. Whatever is spoken through words, whatever is thought of by the mind or determined by the intellect, and whatever is known by thought, what is united by yoga, what is done by the senses and others, and the walking and the waking, dream and deep sleep states, and the fourth state, that is the Turiya state, all these don't exist. It is to be known that all these are determined by conditionings, upadhis, the limitations created by the mind alone, have these stages. Never is purity achieved by ablutions, never is purity achieved by contemplation, because you are beyond all ablutions and beyond all contemplations. You are Brahman, you are Shiva, you are the Supreme Truth. Tattvam asi, that thou art. Meditate upon this Supreme Truth and become free. The triad of qualities and gunas doesn't exist in the list, nor is there anything beyond the three gunas. Words such as one and two don't exist. Great misapprehensions and delusions don't exist. Fear and absence of fear are indeed not there. Be of the certitude that nothing in the list is there, there being only Brahman, nothing else remains. Think deeply that be of this certitude that nothing in the list is there, there being only Brahman, nothing else remains. Nothing else remains. There is no disease, there is no corona pandemic, there is no death, there is no fear of death, there is no fear of disease. In your true nature, all the fears are mental projections. All the sorrows and sufferings are on account of misapprehensions of the mind. Be of this certitude that nothing in the list exists in your true nature. At the core of your existence, the pure consciousness, there being no fear, there being only Brahman, nothing else remains. You alone exist. Tattvam asi, that thou art. Whoever hears and understands this well becomes Brahman himself. The great instruction and teaching of Lord Shiva to his son, and as in this session and with the help of these words and utterances, we have been trying to do Nidagha and profound meditation. Whosoever listens to these words and utterances of eternal truths himself becomes Brahman, as the Vedas declare, Brahmavid Brahmai Bhavati. The knower of Brahman becomes verily Brahman. Atmavid Atmai Bhavati. The knower of Atman verily becomes Atman. Listening, contemplating, and doing profound meditation on these sentences of RIbhu Gita, which is quintessence of non-duality, nectar of and nectarine essence of all Upanishads, and essentially the Mahavakyas, the great aphorisms. You, by practice of these great truths within yourself, through firm conviction, become free from all fears of disease and death. Ishvara said, like bubbles arising on the waters of the ocean, gods and men and beasts of the phenomenal world arose and will arise again and again on the waters of the mass of solid bliss, Ghanananda, in the concert of Uma, that is Shiva. And that Shiva you are, and the entire range of gods, goddesses, men, beasts, all these have appeared upon you like the bubbles arising on the waters of the ocean. Every single being in the phenomenal world is arising out of you, upon you, exists upon you, and finally subsides and dissolves within yourself, because you are Shiva, you are verily Brahman, you are verily Atman, Tattvam Asi, that thou art. Reflect and meditate on this Mahavakya of the Upanishads, which are key to liberation, which are key to freedom from fear of disease and death, and key to attainment of eternal bliss and immortal life, that you are always, because of your ignorance, you are suffering from all fears. There is no worldly misery for those who through their experience perceive all this arising out of the waves of delusion clearly as thyself. Listen and reflect on this. This is the most profound illustration and commentary and explanation of the delusion of the world. There is no worldly misery for those who through their experience perceive all this. All this means the phenomenal world, the objects and network of relationships, all this arising out of the waves of delusion clearly as thyself, and that even that waves of delusion is arising on the surface of pure consciousness, that is the source, substance and substratum of your nature, that is the Brahman, within the Shiva, and upon the Shiva alone all this is arising, like the bubbles on the surface of the ocean. When the bubble arises on the surface of the ocean, there is nothing in reality other than the name and form of the bubble. The bubble is nothing but water of the ocean. The wave is nothing other than the name. In reality, the wave is nothing but water of the ocean. Even so, you and the entire physical phenomenal world and the objects of the world are nothing other than like the waves and foams and bubbles on the surface of the ocean of pure consciousness, on the surface of the ocean of vast spacious awareness. That is your reality. By arising, existing and subsiding of the bubbles, waves and foam, there is no change in the ocean. Think deeply. When the chain of waves arise, move around for a while and subside or break at the shore, when the bubbles arise, exist and subside, is there any change in the water of the ocean? None whatsoever. So all the death and birth, all the disease and freedom from disease, all afflictions, infections and freedom from afflictions and infections is happening to the body, mind, which are like the bubble on the surface of the ocean of pure consciousness. That infinite eternal ocean of consciousness is you, the self, the Atman, where there is no change. You are eternal, immutable self, in, upon, through which the entire phenomenal world and every single object of the universe is arising, existing and subsiding. In delusion, out of ignorance of your true nature. Because of delusion, people don't realize Hara, that is Shiva, the Supreme Self, to be known as the cause of every little thing and as the cause of every being, and also the boundless cause of even greater resolution. Shiva is the self, Shiva is the supreme reality, Shiva is not a deity, Shiva is not another deity. Shiva is eternal existence. You are Shiva, I am Shiva. All your relatives, network of friends and foes, all are Shiva. The entire world of animal kingdom, the entire world of plant kingdom, all the gods and goddesses, the men and women, the beasts and divine entities, all are nothing but manifestation of Shiva. Shiva you are, Shiva I am, because Shiva alone exists. There is nothing but Brahman alone. You are verily that Brahman. Realize your true nature. Tattvam asi, Tattvam asi. When the presence of the consort of Uma, that is Shiva, shines in the reflecting pool of the recesses of the spaces of the heart, like the revered of birds Garuna, the destruction of the serpent of mundane misery results. Understand it clearly, that's most profound revelation. The word heart and the recesses or caves of heart in Vedanta philosophy doesn't mean the physical heart of the body. Heart in Vedanta, and I know even in Bible, I was very carefully listening to the imitation of the Christ yesterday. These days I am listening to that, and I found that exactly even Jesus Christ is using the heart in the sense of Advaita Vedantic philosophy. The heart means the core of your existence, the self of your intellect or inner equipments. There the supreme reality, the Shiva, the Brahman, which is the eternal, immutable reality. Within the heart means within the intellect. Within the intellect, the Supreme Lord, the Shiva, the eternal reality, the God, shines forth. Once you do this Nidhi on Tattvam Asi or Aham Brahmasmi and abide in your true nature, then you realize that the true nature of yourself is eternal, immortal, beyond all disease and deaths, all fear of pandemic, infection and afflictions, or people dying. Till now, more than 100,000 people across the globe have fallen prey to corona pandemic. Though at the height of your realization, you are that supreme reality where no disease can touch you, yet on the practical plane of the mundane world, let's pray for the healing, let's pray for the health, happiness and bliss of the entire humanity, entire cosmos, entire planet, Mother Earth. Let there be peace to all, let there be happiness and health to all. But the ultimate secret of happiness, bliss, peace and supreme health, life eternal, lies within yourself. Realize yourself and your true nature by the instructions of the Advaita Vedanta, the Mahavakyas. I am going to regularly conduct these Nidhi sessions based on RIbhu Gita, one of the greatest and purest treatises on Advaita Vedanta. So let me hope and pray that this becomes instrumental for the supreme glory of your life and you realize yourself, you realize your true nature, Tattvam Asi, that thou art. Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. think of it, reflect on it. Whatever you are doing, the daily chores or practical physical obligations, please continue to perform those, but at the center of your heart, your belief and your mind, keep in mind that you are eternal Brahman, you are Shiva, you are the supreme truth. Then see how the light bursts forth, and then you become free from all fear of disease and death. That is the supreme objective. That is the ultimate abode of all spiritual traditions, all metaphysics. It revolves around attaining that supreme glory. Let's hope and pray that through the divine instructions of sage Ribhu in the Ribhu Gita, we will drink the nectarine drops of these teachings and instructions, and we will become, by realizing our true immortal nature. That is our ultimate objective. That is our ultimate glory. Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Akartaham Abhoktaham Avikarohamakriyah Shuddha Bodha Swarupoham Kevaloham Sada Shivaha Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Please join me every day in the morning, or if you do miss, all this is going to be there on the YouTube. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube of Veda Vedanta Mission, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The entire Ashtavakra Gita, one by one, I am going to upload on YouTube, and you are most welcome to join in the morning almost at this time itself. Chidanandarupaha Shivoham Shivoham. May Lord Shiva bless all of you. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.